All right, parallelograms keep growing. We're finding the perimeter. Now, I know some people, by the way, everyone's looking up here. Yeah, I know some people did area, but what did it say? Perimeter. By the way, um, announcement. Today we're learning the last new thing for this unit, and we're going to have a test on Friday. That's far away from now, kind of, but like, we're going to do a new thing today, assignment today and tomorrow, review, test Friday, okay? Now, I am here for tutoring after school on Wednesday. What's the status on Monday and Tuesday? Okay, not tomorrow. Miss Murrow's here today. Miss Murrow's here today for sure, she says. Tomorrow, we'll see. Wednesday, I'm here for sure. I don't know about Miss Murrow on Wednesday. Okay, and then the Thursday we like to not unless it's an emergency. Okay, so but every morning at 7 I'm here, and then you can see the schedule on the sideboard. Why is this important? Because we have how many weeks till spring break? And spring break is the end of the 9 weeks. You need to be passing in the next 2 weeks, right? We have a major test on Friday that's going to really affect your grade. So if you're like, or if you're below, test on Friday, what you need to do well on. Now, back to the warm-up. Perimeter means I need all 3 sides. If the bottom's 10, that does not mean every side is 10, right? Only things with 2 tick marks are the same, so I don't know what they are. So I want to think, do I have a right triangle? And I do. This is a right triangle, right? Anytime I have a right triangle, I can find a missing side length using Pythagorean Theorem, right? So, the bottom is not 10 for this right triangle. The bottom is half of 10, right? 5. Could you use Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I'll call it that, figure out the missing side, and then could you use that to find the perimeter, okay? Some people just find the side, but your final step is to find the perimeter, right? So let's set this up. I'll call it A, B, C, right? A and B are next to 90, so 6 squared plus 5 squared equals C, which is x squared, okay? Something like that. Now, individually, you could square them. Squaring 6 is 36. The square of 5 is 25. Okay? And I'm sure you could add those up, and you get 61. Okay? The 61 is not the length, because that's x squared. Okay? Your last step to get rid of a square is to do the square root. Okay? When you do Pythagorean Theorem, you got to be able to do the square root on the last step. So what's the square root of 61? 7 point something. 7.81. Okay. So again, square root cancels it out. Square root 7.81 equals x. And now I can label that on my triangle. So where I had x, 7.81, and if it's here, it's also over here, 7.81. Because of the tick marks, okay? Only when you see the tick marks, you know they're the same. So those are both 7.81. All in one. Now I'm still not done because I need to find the perimeter. Got to add up all 3 sides. 7.81 plus 10 plus 7.81, right? What do I get? Is it 25.62? All right. And whatever my units are for that, okay? So, remember this, because you're going to have to use this when we do our notes today, when we're missing a side length. The class, when you're missing a side length, you might have to use Pythagorean Theorem. Can't forget the beginning of this unit, okay? Or last unit. Okay, now, keep that, don't lose it, make sure your name's on it, of course. Friday, you'll be turning that in. Let's do some notes on composite area. We're going to All right, so let's do this. All right, so new word for the day, composite. Have y'all heard that word before? Y'all heard that word composite before? Composite just means what? At the top here, two or more added together, okay? So if I have more than one thing, and I combine it, that's called composite. Okay? So, check it out. Isn't this figure, this kind of looks like an L, isn't that just two rectangles? Okay? At the bottom, isn't this like sideways looking house? Isn't that a rectangle and a triangle stuck together? Okay? So, as you can imagine, you're just finding more than one area, combining them together. That's it. Okay? So it's the same formulas for area. You're just going to find more than one, combine. So it's not really brand new, it's just new application. So let's talk about example one. Now, sometimes, kind of like our warm-up today, you'll have a missing side. You have to think about how to figure out the missing side. So let's talk about figuring out this. Not 18, right? 18 is up here. So this missing side, I want to think, what do I know that's the same dimension, right? So I know this whole bottom part's 30. This top part is 24. So, right, like from here to here is 24. This is missing. How do you think I can find that missing side? Subtract what? Yeah, take the whole thing, subtract the one you know, that'll give you what's missing. So basically 30 minus 24 gives me 6. So this missing part right here, bless you, is 6. Is everyone able to find, you gotta pay attention, everyone look over here. Can everyone find missing sides? Because without, some of us are gonna just add what I see, and that's not right. You gotta find every side, okay? Now, we're also missing this side, I'll put it in blue. So thinking same dimension, the whole way across is 27. This part right here is 18. So again, if I 27 and 18, I'm going to subtract, right? Take away what I know from the whole thing. So 27 minus 18 is 9. So over here, put a 9. Now, do I know every side? Yes. So now I can find the perimeter, right? Add up all the ones I know. Sorry, all the ones on the edge. So, right, P equals, start at the top, doesn't matter where, 24 plus 18 plus 6 plus 9 plus bottom the whole way is 30 plus the other side, which is 27. Okay, so I added up all 6 sides, and now it's just a matter of typing it in, getting the answer. So let's do that. 24 plus 18 plus 6 plus 9 plus 30 plus 27 gives me, I got 114. What y'all get? Okay, what are my units of measure? Okay, feet, is it squared or no? Perimeter is one-dimensional. It's not squared, right? So, now area, what are my two shapes again? Rectangle, and this one's also a rectangle because it's not the same, right? So can I find two areas? And what do you think I'm going to do with those two area numbers? Multiply them or add them, or what do you think? Let's add them up. Okay, so again, composite is just adding all of your areas up. So let's do that. We'll start with this vertical looking one. How do I find the area of a rectangle? Hopefully we know. Length times width, right? So I'm going to do what times what for this one right here? 27 times 24. Area. So 27 times 24 is 648. I know y'all can multiply two numbers and get your area, right? Next one, smaller one. Again, length times width. What's the length and the width of that rectangle? 9 and 6, right? 9 times 6 is 64. Last step. Can you add those two numbers together? That would be your composite area. Okay? So area is going to be 648 plus 54. What? 702? Okay. So 702 what? What are my units? Feet squared. Good, because area, unit throw is squared, the area is two-dimensional. Okay? Now we're halfway done with the notes. Cool? Are you getting the idea? Find missing sides, add up all the outside for area, for perimeter, find each area, add it up for composite area. Does anyone still need this? Okay, get it down real quick. You can already start on the next one. Try to figure out some stuff. Now, real quick, we did the warm-up on purpose because on example 2, aren't you missing the exact same thing as the warm-up? You're missing that hypotenuse. We might have to do it just like the warm-up, find that missing side, right? So let's try that. You got it? Okay. So example 2. All right, perimeter. Now, if this is 8 from here to here, what about from here to here? What's this going to be? Okay, this matches. If this side is 3, then over here this is going to also be 3. Now, one thing I need to figure out, I'm going to need to find the height of this triangle. And this triangle is sideways, so let's figure out this height, sideways height. If all the way across is 11, from here to here, and then from here to here is 8, what do I do with 11 and 8 to find this height? Subtract, right? So 11 minus 8 gives me 3. So this little height, 3. Now, I need to find these missing hypotenuses. How do you say that? Okay, so if you remember the warm-up, how do you think I can figure these out? What am I going to have to use? So that thing is called Pythagorean Theorem. You put it away, please. So now, hold on. Don't remember on the warm-up, we can't just use 3 on the bottom. It's half. Look right here. Look, I got to use this right triangle right here. So what is this part right here? Half of 3, right? So it's 1.5 right here. 1.5. And then the height right here is 3. Okay. So now, could I use Pythagorean theorem to figure out the missing side length? I know there's a decimal, but you can do it. So I'm going to label A, B, and C. A, B, C. Let's write out the Pythagorean theorem out to the side here. So 3 squared plus 1.5 squared equals x squared. I'm telling you, if you're missing a side on a triangle, you might have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So 3 squared plus 1.5 squared. I can do that in one step. So 3 squared, 1.5 squared in my calculator gives me 11.25. Last step, what do I got to do to get to that square? Square root. Don't forget the square root step, right? So what is the square root of 11.25? So I got 3.35 equals x. Now, I know that's a little bit of extra work, but you got to use Pythagorean if you're missing a side of a triangle. Okay, so this one tick mark is 3.35. This one tick mark is 3.35. Okay. Now I can find the perimeter. I know all 5 sides. The top is 8, 3.35, 3.35, 8, 3. I want everyone to see this. The perimeter is not going to include 11. 11 is not a side length. It's a height. This other 3 and this other 3, those are on the inside. That's not a side length. So for perimeter, we're only going to add what's on the outside of the composite figure, right? So 8 plus 3.35 plus 3.35 plus 8 plus 3. Added all 5 sides. Okay? So let's add those up. 8 plus 3.35, 5 plus 8. I got 25.7, and my units of measure are meters. Okay? So doing that problem for perimeter might be one of the harder ones. Now some people just assume, hey, it's going to be 3, and they get it wrong. Okay? Don't assume. If you're missing a side of a triangle, you probably have to use Pythagorean. Okay? Now, I know we can find the area of a rectangle and a triangle. So let's do that. Rectangle. Or actually, it's more like this. Rectangle. So what's the length times the width of a rectangle? So I got length is 8. Height is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. What about that sideways triangle? Everybody, it's sideways, so the height is going sideways, so the base is actually looking like it's up and down, okay? So what's the base of this triangle right here? 3. What's the height of the triangle going this way? Also 3. Okay, so the base of the triangle is 3, the height of the triangle is 3. What do I have to not forget to do when I'm doing the area of a triangle? Base times height, what? Divided by 2. Most people forget. Not you, though. So 3 times 3 divided by 2. What do you get? 4.5. Now, to get the composite, I'm going to add those two up. So the area equals 24 plus 4.5. What's 24 plus 4.5? 8.5, and what are my units of measure? Meters. Is it? It is squared, because area is always two-dimensional, it's always squared. Now, the formulas you might need for anything, put them on the whiteboard. They're also in your notes from last week. You're going to use this information. I got an assignment that we can start today, try to finish tomorrow. Again, test is on Friday. All grades are due, like last second is next Friday. Got 2 weeks till the break, 2 weeks till the end of the 9 weeks. You don't want to be failing. So again, take advantage of tutoring. Today after school, Mrs. Marrero, maybe tomorrow, for sure Wednesday after school with me, and then every morning, I'm here early. Come check it out. All right, let's knock this out. By the way, on your assignment, number 5 is supposed to be shaded. It says shaded part only, and it's printed out not shaded. So shade that in on number 5, okay? All right.